girl JoJo. I hope y'all are doing good today. I have missed you guys so much. I have not been able to review anything because I'm not watching anything. I actually have spent most of my days studying, but I've been thinking about my channel, and I've definitely been on YouTube and watching videos. Yeah, I miss being on YouTube. Priority shift. So I wanted to get on here tonight because I am without a roommate. You guys know I'm still at school, hence the background, because, honey, I would never decorate anything like this. I did pick out my bed covers, though. But I'm still at school, and my roommate just left on Thursday, so I actually have had the room to myself this week, and I'll probably have another roommate by tomorrow, because they come in just about every week. So I wanted to get in here tonight and get a video done before I went to shower and go to sleep. I got some sticky notes here of some things that I want to talk about, just some things that's been going on, because I have been, trying to keep my ear to the streets in between study sessions. It's like my little, break that I take in the middle of studying. I look up whatever the tea is that's going on. Just so I can kind of stay in the know. I have no idea what's on television right now because we don't have a TV. I just have my computer, and most of the time it's just not my focus. I'm just trying to get work done, and I'll watch a little YouTube video here and there, and that's pretty much it for the most part with me. What else was I going to say before we got started? That probably was it. I will be putting out a video about my Air Force experience, just joining at an older age. I'll put that out hopefully sometime this weekend if I get a chance to edit it. If I get a chance to do the editing that I wanted to do. I'm already gaining the weight back. I can see it in my face. I'm already gaining it back, but I'm going to try to get back on my keto so I can stay at a reasonable level. But I will tell you, your girl been eating some food, and you can tell. All right, so today I just wanted to talk about a few things that I have noticed that's been going on in these YouTube streets, in these celebrity streets, in all of the streets that you can think of. I wanted to talk about what's been going on. So this is kind of going to be like a if y'all watch Is Rocks, she does the top of the blogs. It's going to be kind of similar to that, but I'm not really trying to jack her whole style or anything, but it's going to be very similar to what Forest Rocks does when she talks about all of the recent news that's going on. So first thing we're going to talk about is Love and Marriage Huntsville. So there has been a lot of tea coming out about Love and Marriage Huntsville for the past couple of weeks. I have been trying to listen to different videos and try to get what's going on. I do follow Melody. I noticed that she also follows Bondi Blue. She was in Bondi's comments on Instagram, and she was answering questions on her story about whether or not she had moved to Atlanta, and people were saying she was so strong, and she was just like, yeah, eventually you have to do what you got to do. And then I went over to Martell's page, and of course there's no photos of him and Melody. It's just him and the kids, and pretty much all his Instagram has been deleted. So they are officially split, and I think you guys probably already knew that. I probably was late on that tea. But it has been said that Mel has moved to Atlanta. But it also has come out in the last couple of weeks or so that Mel may have cheated as well. And they're saying that she may have cheated with some lawyer in Alabama. They showed his picture. I don't know if it was Tasha K that put the news out. It was more than her. It was multiple sources, and they showed the gentleman that she supposedly cheated with. Martell also made some type of reference to her possibly cheating, saying like, what if somebody made it seem like you did something bad and then it turns out they were doing the same thing? Y'all know how he talks in very cryptic tones. He never says exactly what he wants to say. And what do y'all think about that? Do you guys believe that Melody has been out there also cheating? Would you put it past Melody? Here's the thing. I don't put it past Melody to be cheating. I don't put it past anybody to be cheating, really. However, one thing that I do know about people who usually people who have dirt that haven't been found out yet, they do a really good job of playing semantics. So they'll say things like, I have never done you wrong within this marriage, okay? All in the back of their mind, they might be thinking, well, while we were separated, though. I was doing what I wanted to do. So I say that because Mel has been so indignant about what she has been as a wife and how she has been to Martell and the things that they have gone through, that if she did have a secret stored somewhere tucked away out in Alabama, you wouldn't think she would do all that she was doing, because she was doing the most. She was doing the absolutely most, as if she had no fear of a secret future coming out. Now, I don't think she's commented much on the issue. I don't know if she plans to do so, because there is going to be another season, because she did tell the people who asked if she was moving to Atlanta, she told them they would have to watch the show. So there is going to be another season, most definitely. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? Do you believe that Mel was cheating with this lawyer? I want y'all to go pull it up. I want y'all to look at the lawyer, first of all. Now, I ain't saying looks is everything, but that's not who I would expect Mel to be cheating with. But hey, stranger things have happened. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about with this is the whole Arian being pregnant. It has been reported that Arian is going to be due in December, that she is having Martell's baby. She's due in December. A source close to Arian has stated that it's been a hard pregnancy for Arian because her and Martell actually aren't getting along at this time. I wonder why. And I believe that. I do. Arian has been very low-key. She's been making little comments in her Instagram and then deleting it, relating to possibly being pregnant. Now, Arian could be playing games. She could. But I have a feeling that Arian is vindictive enough to go ahead and get pregnant. And in this case, I do not feel sorry for Arian. One thing about this situation that I will always say, it doesn't matter if you like Mel or not. It doesn't matter if you like her attitude or not. It doesn't matter if you think she's stupid or not. I'm not going to tell a woman when to let go of her marriage. I'm just not. I'm not a married woman. I've never been married. I'm not going to tell a woman how to navigate her marriage, but I'm always going to tell a woman to respect herself. And when it comes to the situation between Melody and Arian, I feel like sometimes as women, we get so caught up in like the competition that we never stop and take a look at what the prize actually is. Like, what is the prize, girl? We out here trying to be our best selves and be boss. Well, I don't know about what Arian doing, but we trying to boss up and we having babies and we trying to look good and we working out for this man. And what is the prize that we're getting? You know? And that's not to say that Martell's a terrible man, but I'm just saying you got to look at what you're getting. And you have to look and see if all this extra competition that y'all got with each other, is it going to be worth it in the end with what you get? Because, you know, I think Arian is figuring out probably now that, you know, Martell is not the guy that she thought that he was going to be. And he's not going to be that guy. It only works when he has both of them. It does not work when it's just one. And that's just kind of what it is. And since, you know, Melody don't strike me as a sister wife type, it's just not going to roll that way. So y'all let me know what you think about what's going on with Melody and Martell. We're going to go down the street, stay in Huntsville, and we're going to move on to Marceau. There has been allegations. His mistress has been exposed as one of Melody's hairstylists, not the cousin of Martell, but another girl, and that this girl is also a girl that Marceau has had do Tisha's hair. And y'all remember that tweet that Mel put out, like, how you, isn't it trifling or something like that to have a woman who does my hair that you were messing around with also do your wife's hair, and exposing people and all of this stuff was out. Of course, Marceau has denied it. I don't know. I don't know if I think the hairstylist is the girl, but I do still believe that Marceau got some slick in him. And I do believe that something went down, but I believe Tisha already knows about it. She just doesn't want it exposed on television. And that's what I've always thought. But I guess we'll see if, you know, the hairstylist says anything. I hope she don't. Girl, don't mess up your business, you know, fooling around with these folks. Y'all let me know about all of the business that's going on in Huntsville, and what do you think? Do you think Mel cheated? Okay. Do you think Arian is pregnant? And do you believe this stylist was once the mistress of Marceau Scott? Do you think it was one of his 20 women's? If Mr. Steal Your Girl was a person, let's talk about Ryan from Blackie and Crew New York. Now, if you've been looking at Instagram and the blogs and YouTube, Everybody is talking about how Ryan has betrayed his best friend by sleeping with his friend's baby's mother while his friend was recovering from cancer, was going through a battle of cancer. The friend, I guess, is in remission now, and finds out through text messages and, you know, I'm guessing it's through going through his baby mama's phone, that she was sleeping with Ryan. So everybody, sorry, excuse me. People have been talking about it, and you know, okay, so I've always liked Ryan on the show, right? And I know a lot of people didn't. I knew that Ryan, I think his sign is a Gemini, and I was just like, wow, he doesn't really strike me as a Gemini. He seems like a very loyal dude, right? Ryan's must be one of them low-key Geminis. I knew about the situation with Kat. I kind of had like just kind of not Kat. What's the girl's name? What's the light-skinned girl's name that used to work there? Y'all remember her? What's her name, Kat? Anyway, I knew about the situation with her, right? Then there was a situation with Miss Kitty from Black Ink Crew New York, where he basically tried to make Miss Kitty feel like she was some type of jump off. Like, that's what I was getting out of it. And was making comments about Kitty, like, you know, like he wasn't really interested in her like that. But he actually did say out of his mouth that he was interested in her like that, and that he wanted more with her, and, you know, just kind of tried to play her off once Rachel was around. And so it made Kitty look, you know, it made her look stupid in the end. But I always felt like that was grimy, and that's when I started to look at Ryan a little bit different. Like, he was trying to play both sides of the fence, and he kind of was an a-hole about it. So when this whole story came out, and, you know, the best friend was on Instagram crying, Ryan really could have just stayed quiet about the whole thing. He didn't have to say nothing. But what he did was got on Instagram and basically said his friend wanted attention, and that, you know, it wasn't really no big deal. And, you know, the best friend could pretty much, he was, you know, saying he could get the hands if he wanted to. You know, there was no apology. There was nothing of the sort. He never denied the fact that he was with the baby's mother. So it probably is true that something was going on. And yeah, bottom line is, it's not the way to move. It is trifling. It's not something that you do to a friend. However, let me note that the friend has been accused of making some very colorist remarks over on his Instagram page in reference to the black women's. So, you know, I mean, you know, you had your Puerto Rican baby mama, and I mean, how did that go for you? That just goes to show that it's, you don't put it above nobody, no culture, no race. How did that work out for you, bro? So we gonna let y'all have that, you, Ryan, and your Puerto Rican, and yeah, y'all just let me know what y'all thought about that. Now, next on the list, so this situation with Welcome to Sweetie Pies has really, really upset me. I really like Miss Robbie. Miss Robbie reminds me of my family members with a little more cussing. Okay, my family don't really cuss like that, but she reminds me of family. She reminds me of reunions and just like older people in my life that I love to be around and laugh with and listen to them tell stories. And I just like families. Like, my family is, like, y'all know, up here for me. So it's very important for me to see healthy family relationships on television, especially older, bigger, extended families. I love that because it reminds me of how my family is. And so when I first watched Welcome to Sweetie Pies, I immediately fell in love. I loved little Charles, and I just thought the whole family dynamic was hilarious. So when I heard about the situation about Tim and Andre, I was really hoping that it wasn't true. It did end up being true. Tim was in jail along with the accomplice. I forgot her name. I think it was Terica. But as of now, Tim is currently in prison. He did have his day in court, to which he has pled not guilty to all charges. It has been said that in the courtroom, Tim's lawyer said that Tim was not a flight risk and that he would be living at the home of Miss Robbie if he was released on bail, and that he would be working for the family business. And this has come with a lot of backlash because Miss Robbie has been quiet thus far, and people seem to be disappointed that she is going to continue to support Tim, knowing the things that Tim has done. And I get that. I get why people feel some type of way about it. I get why people can't understand why Miss Robbie would do that, given the fact that Tim has been accused of killing her grandson, or a plot to kill her grandson. See, I don't, and y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, but I do see both sides. I'm not a mother. I don't know what it feels like to have that level of love for somebody. But I see it in my own mother. There's been things that me, as just a person, would just completely wash my hands of when it comes to certain things. But my mom, when it comes to, even when she is the most hurt of hurts, she will back us 100%. Now, we haven't committed murder, but she will back us even at the worst of times. And so I don't know if Miss Robbie is just in disbelief, or if it's a case of, this is my last extension of me left. I have to support him. Some have even said maybe it's guilt, like mommy guilt from years ago when Miss Robbie was with the Ikettes, and maybe she feels guilt in how Tim has turned out. Maybe a combination of all three, but I just want the mothers out there to let me know how you would handle this situation. Do you understand Miss Robbie's place in this at all? Do you support that, or would you just kind of be like, son, you got yourself into this, you're gonna have to figure out how to get yourself out? But she's old, in her 80s. I would not wish this on my worst enemy. Like, I'm sure she's heartbroken. So that's all I have to say about that. Oh, and I don't like Tim. I think his hips are liars. Okay, most people's hips don't lie, but his absolutely do. I've never liked him. I thought he was, bad built, bad attitude, bad manners, and just bad all around. I don't like him. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay, let's move on. Next on the list on my sticky note is Sukihana. Which way do I want to go with this? So, I didn't watch the video. All right, I just watched the aftermath of the video when she was kind of like cleaning her face off, and the guy. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Sukihana is a reality TV show star as well as a rapper. She was on this past season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. She was loved by many. She was funny. I definitely laughed at Sukihana a lot. And she has a lot of wild antics and ways. She's very much, sex positive, if you will. And she gets the bag by any means. She recently was engaged to a young man. And I believe Suki has 2 children, maybe 3. So Suki was on her OnlyFans doing some oral activity, and proceeds to, do you know what this motion means? Regurgitate during the activity. Okay? It went viral, but instead of stopping, she wipes her face and continues. So people were grossed out by it. People were talking about her, and Suki proceeds to get onto Instagram, tell all of us that we were in the wrong for judging her, and that if you're having sex with somebody, then you should be getting the bag. You should be getting some money. I'm gonna show you how to get this. I'm gonna show you how to get that. That's what you should be doing. And Suki's message was lined with some of the right premises, but it was all wrong in her delivery and all wrong in her thought process. See, Suki was mixing having sex for money with being in a relationship, and those two are not the same thing. When you're in a relationship, there's a mutual exchange, right? You know, you give a little bit, you take a little bit, you give a little bit, you take a little bit. You know the relationship is probably not where you need to be when you're doing all the giving and one person's doing all the taking. But in a healthy relationship, there's give and take. You know, you do it, I scratch your back and you scratch my back, right? That's not how the saying goes, but y'all know what I mean. That's how a relationship goes. So you're not actually having sex for money in your relationship. You are having sex for the pleasure in that relationship because you love each other in that relationship, because that's something that you all like to do for each other. And in exchange, y'all do nice stuff for each other, just regardless, you know, and you also have sex because you both enjoy it or what have you. But with Suki and this whole thing with her and her man and this OnlyFans, it's not the fact that she was there doing that with her man. It was the fact that it was so graphic and nasty and it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if that was something that you into, it's just, there was no passion in that to me. You know, she looked like she was about to cry. Like, to me, it didn't seem like a loving thing to do. It seemed like it was a chore at that time. But she was speaking as if, you know, well, that's my man and I'm going to get money from him and I'm going to do this. But that wasn't a this is my man type of moment that you were talking about. That just looked like you was doing something for payment. It did. That's what it looked like to the rest of us. And if you want to get your money that way, there's nothing wrong with the girl. There's always room. You know, prostitutes that's one of the oldest professions out there. Been around since probably, you know, BC. There was prostitutes. So if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But don't try to mix it in with what being in a relationship is about, right? And also, if you don't want to be shamed for your decisions, that doesn't give you the right to shame other people for their decisions. Everybody don't want to use the box as a form of payment. You know, everybody don't want to do that, okay? Some people, you know, prefer to take this and everything that comes with it. That's how I roll. You know, if you get this, you get all of this. You get the mouth, not like that. You get the intelligence. You know, you get a little of the sass. You know, you get the nurturing. You get the food. You get all of that when you get this. It's a package deal. Just like when I take something out those gray sweatpants, I want the whole thing. I want the whole package. You know, I don't want to, you know, you to be getting this. And then in order to get it, you got to give me, I want it to be a mutual exchange. I want the whole package, okay? I don't want a bag or money or, you know, those type of things. Because if I was in it for that, you know, there's some girls out here on YouTube who can teach you how to finesse without even giving any of that up. And can teach you how to get a whole bunch of stuff for very little. So, you know, I just didn't think it was right that she was shaming people who, you know, maybe don't want to do it all like that, you know, and I will say that right there, what Suki did, it didn't look enjoyable. It didn't look like she was liberated and free and getting to the bag. It looked painful. It looked nasty. And, I mean, a lot of people just wasn't with it. So, you know, just take it, you put it out there. So people gonna have their comments about it, but that's just how I felt. Speaking of OnlyFans, okay. So there's been some talk about Black China making up to, I think, $17 million on her OnlyFans. People are complaining about the caps that need to be put on OnlyFans. Listen, I watched As Told by Kenya's video on this, as well as Mila B Speaks, and I've never had a problem with OnlyFans. Like I told you guys, get your money. You know, get your money how you're going to get your money. But my thing about the way I feel about OnlyFans is the same way I feel about YouTube. The celebrities are coming over and they're turning it into a different space. Now, that's not me saying I'm mad at celebrities for getting their money and finding another stream of income and doing what they do. But I just feel like certain spaces are a place for the common creator to come up. You know, for the common person to come up, for the common person to try to get their money. It's kind of like how capitalism is. You know, there's always a person that's going to lose in the end. And you're all fine with capitalism until you're on the bottom. And it's like the regular people keep getting pushed further and further to the bottom. These celebrities have come over here and they've tried to find their way and they're trying to do their thing. And while that's all fine and well, for me, I prefer to give my time, like Mila B Speaks said, or she said it perfectly on video. I prefer to give my views and my time to just a regular person on YouTube. I don't even follow celebrities on Instagram. You know, I don't subscribe to their channels or their pages. I just don't. You know, the only celebrity channel that I watch is probably Kiki Wyatt's new YouTube channel, because she got all them kids and I just like to watch. But, you know, that's just not something that I want to do. So we as consumers have the power to decide if these people are going to pop or not. And obviously, you know, the consumers have delivered, because look at Black China. And I don't even know what y'all are paying for with Black China, because we have literally seen her vag. Okay, Rob showed it to everybody just last year or year before last. So I'm not even really sure what people are paying for, but yeah, it's knocked a lot of regular people out of that market. And to me, that's the unfortunate part, because, you know, I want everybody to be able to eat, not just constantly the people at the top. But that's what a capitalist like nature, you know, that's what happens. And so that's kind of what's been going on. I have a feeling that OnlyFans is probably not going to be a thing too much longer for, you know, the common folk. But as far as YouTube, we're going to try to keep, you know, the regular YouTubers alive. I'm not subscribing to none of them celebrities, because just last year they was calling us broke. You know, before the pandemic, some of them same folks was flaunting their bags. And, you know, I remember Nene very much the ghetto and carrying on about where people were living. So, you know, hey, you got it. You get that money, okay? We was just common folk last year, so y'all do what y'all do. Right. I think I have talked quite enough. It's been 34 minutes, and I still need to go jump in the shower and get my butt in the bed, because, you know, sis still got to get up in the morning, make it do what it do. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully, I will be back with something soon. It just all depends on my room situation, because I got to keep it respectful. So yeah, just be on the lookout for my Air Force video if you're interested, and I will see y'all for the next one. Bye.